Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of Simplistic WoW. This is going to be the first part of a two-part series covering the Ragefire Chasm. This one being the loot and lore episode, where we're going to be covering the quests, how to get them, as well as a bit of lore and rewards at the end. Now, as you can see, I'm doing this run through as an orc. However, for all of you undead players out there, we will be starting from the Undercity. For the Tauren players, you can simply do my steps in reverse order, starting from Thunder Bluff and running through the Barrens. Now, I highly recommend that you get these quests, as the experience and the rewards are well worth it in Classic WoW. So grab a drink, hang tight, and let's get this Undercity step out of the way. Starting off in the Undercity with the power to destroy. First, make your way towards the Apothecarium. You're going to be going towards the canals, cross the slimy bridge with a left, not a right. Turn around, yes, left at the bridge. You're going to see some Royal Death Guards enter this corridor towards the Royal Quarter. Now, at the end of the corridor, you're going to see a throne room with the Banshee Queen and this big Dreadlord Vermillithras. Okay, yeah, cool. You got a cool name. So, the Burning Legion is known to give gifts to their devout followers. Some of these followers reside in the Ragefire Chasm, as you will soon see. He wants you to pick up these two books, the Spells of Shadow and Incantations from the Nether. You can find these books in the second half of the dungeon from the cultists and warlocks found inside. Now, who knows what he's going to do with these books, but if you played Wrath of the Lich King, you'll probably have a good guess. If you so choose to bring them back, he gives you the choice between 3 different pants you can choose from, all with some decent stats. Alright, next up, you're going to be taking the Zeppelin from the Undercity to Orgrimmar. You're going to be running down to Razor Hill and then run west until you get to this bridge. You're going to be running across the Barrens. We need to get to Thunder Bluff. So first off, you're going to be stopping by the crossroads. You're going to be stopping here in order to get the flight path, so we won't have to do this later on when we are getting quests with Wailing Caverns. Make sure you get that nice juicy gazelle killing content, and next run to Camp Tarajo. Make your way south, look out for the scary thunder lizards, don't die, and pick up that flight path at Camp Tarajo. Alright, next up you're going to be running through Mulgore to Thunder Bluff. Just follow the road here like I did and make your way first to Bloodhoof Village. Don't worry about a flight path, that doesn't exist here. Cross the bridge and soon you will see the towering spires of Thunder Bluff. You'll make your way up the elevator and continue on. First up, stop by that Weapon Master. If you are a class that can use guns or maces or two-handed maces, it's going to be very useful later on. Make sure you climb to the top of that tower and get the flight path. I forgot to do it, but otherwise, make your way to the Elder Rise. The first quest that Rahara will offer you is called Testing an Enemy's Strength. The Tauren people sought to make peace with the Trogs underneath Orgrimmar, however they turned on their diplomats, killing them. He wants you to go in and seek revenge for his people. You're going to be slaying lots of Trogs. They're found within the first half of the dungeon. There's a large area filled with both Ragefire Trogs and Ragefire Shamans. He wants you to kill 8 of each. Moving on to the next quest, searching for the lost satchel. As I mentioned before, the Tauren sent in some diplomats, one of them being Mar Grimtotem. He apparently found something very interesting, however he never made it out to show them what he found. So we'd like to see if his body still exists, and that it does. You will find his body there, and his dead body will offer you a quest. Grim, I know, Grimtotem. Anyway, you will find Oggleflint guarding his body. You're going to have to kill this ugly fellow, and then you can get the quest and move along. In exchange for killing the Trogs, you will get some experience, rep, and money. And for returning the satchel, you'll get your choice between these 2 beautiful bracers, some leather with some stamina, or some cloth with some intellect. So now that we've got the quest from Thunder Bluff, we can run to the Flight Master and then fly back to Orgrimmar. So we're gonna make our way to this spiral tower, make our way to the top, talk to our buddy Tal, and get that Wyvern taxi back to Org. And finally, for the last 2 quests, Hidden Enemies and Slaying the Beast. Gonna be speaking with Thrall and Niru Fireblade in Orgrimmar. So if you're an undead, you can take the Zeppelin from the Undercity to Org and run to the front gate. If you're a Tauren, run through the Barrens and make your way to this gate. For the purpose of everyone, I'm going to be starting from the entrance here. So I'm running from the entrance of Org to the Valley of Wisdom. We need to find Thrall. If you are an undead or a Tauren, be sure to pick up the flight path in the Valley of Strength. Make your way through the drag all the way to the very end until you get to the Valley of Wisdom. You'll see the big skeleton of the demon Manaroth in a big fortress with lots of shamans and guards. So apparently Thrall does not like traitors. He wants to send you, a young adventurer, into the place called Skull Rock to the east of Orgrimmar. Find the lieutenant's insignia off one of these Burning Blade cultists there and return to him. These cultists are found in the place called Skull Rock. There are fanatics and apprentices. They all drop this insignia. I'm bringing a friend, Shamamwow, 1-800-SHAMAMWOW. If you need a troll shaman, call him up. He's great. Make your way towards the Zeppelin, pass it, go as if you're going to jump into the ocean, but instead hang a left into this cavern. Now the cultists just auto-attack you to death, while the warlocks will cast Shadow Bolt. You can line of sight these to avoid some damage, or you can just derp tank it like me because I've got Shamamwow. Now the drop rate is not that great, it's kind of all over the place. It took my buddy about 30 minutes of killing these guys to get one to drop. However, for me, as you can see, I got it just about at the end of the cavern here. It only took a few minutes, so good luck. So once you finally manage to get this insignia, you're going to bring it back to Thrall. He's going to be a very happy camper, and he's going to offer you the next part of the quest chain. You need to take this to Niru Fireblade and convince him that you are a member of the Burning Blade cult. Run to the Cleft of Shadow and you'll find him outside the entrance of RFC. Go through his dialogue options and accept the quest Slaying the Beast. This is the last quest that we're going to be picking up for the dungeon. This is probably the most iconic and memorable quest, as this is the easiest one to get for all the lazy people that don't want to pick up the other ones. He wants you to go into the Ragefire Chasm and kill a large demon named Targaman the Hungerer. Kill him, get his heart, and bring it back. Now, Targaman the Hungerer is indeed a large demon. He is found in this X-shaped lava room in the second half of the dungeon. After killing him, you can loot his heart. Don't forget it. Please, please don't forget to pick it up. From turning in this quest, you will not get any items. However, you'll get a nice chunk of XP and some money. In those dialogue options that I was mentioning about with Niru, he mentions 2 of the leaders in Ragefire Chasm. He mentions a satyr named Basilan and an orc warlock named Jurgosh the Invoker. So you need to run back to Thrall and tell him about these guys. He's not too happy about it, and he wants you to go in there and slay them. So return to the Cleft of Shadow, enter the chasm, find the 2 leaders, and kill them. Do not let Niru know that it was you who did it. You must retain your identity as one of his brothers or sisters in arms. So Jurgosh, or Jurgosh the Invoker, is located at the end of the dungeon. He's guarded by 2 Searing Blade cultists. However, he is a humanoid, so you can always try to polymorph or sap him if you want to deal with his little minions first. Next, Basilan the Satyr. When I was a kid, I used to think this guy was completely useless because he doesn't drop anything, but that's because I didn't do this quest chain. You need to kill him for this quest, and then you can return back to Thrall. Reports suggest that Niru is not very happy that his 2 leaders were slain. As you return to Thrall, he tells you this, and he wants you to get even closer to Niru if you can. He wants you to see if he can trust you more, see if you can aid him in any way, gain some information. When you return to Niru, he is indeed pretty angry, but he doesn't know that you were the one that killed these guys. He does mention, "You are one of my lieutenants." Yes, good thing we got that insignia earlier. So he does spill the beans. He says that there are some things going on in the Barrens in Ashenvale. So you, being a big tattletale, are going to go back to Thrall and tell him about this. As for your rewards, Thrall will offer you the axe, hammer, staff, or Chris of Orgrimmar. So almost every class will get something decent here that they can use. And congratulations, this is finally the end of the quest chain and the end of all of the quests for RFC. So that does it for this loot and lore episode for Ragefire Chasm. I hope that you guys found this guide informative and that you'll use it when Classic WoW launches this summer. I really want to say thanks for watching. It helps me out a lot. For the next episode, we're going to be doing the RFC dungeon run. So this was simply the loot, lore, and quest guide. Next, we'll be showing some of the loot from the bosses, boss strategies, trash pulls, a little bit of banter between me and my friends. We're going to try to 3-man it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys will tune in for that episode. Please like and subscribe if you liked it, if you want to see more videos in the future. Also, leave me some suggestions. I really want this to be a community-driven project going through the dungeons. Let me know if there's any specific ones you'd like to see. If there's anything else that you'd like, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to leave you here with the song list. Please tune in to the next episode, and I'll see you there. Peace.